What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy Comics on the Edge. Welcome back to the low grades. Yeah, that's right. Hey, welcome back, everyone.
That's a pretty sick beat, I have to admit.
It's kind of catchy, huh? I think that's why we've never really changed it.
No need,
You
man.
know?
It makes me want to bob my head and go.
Yeah, I mean, it just really brings the energy. I know I tried to influence you guys with a picture earlier for energy, but I think that just kind of does. It wasn't a picture of me, by the way. It was a picture of. Never mind. Anyways, I think that it just brings the energy up when you're feeling down a little bit.
Yeah,
So
for sure. For sure.
yeah, man. What's up with the hood, James?
It's hype
Shit.
music.
Hype music.
Oh, it's getting cooler around here, and so I'm like totally trying to just embrace hoodie and hoodie weather. I wore a sweater today to work. I wore a hat. Like I was just I'm trying to enjoy this weather, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been in a hoodie all week until here because down here in Southern California, they think that it needs to be turned a heater on already, which is melting this place. So
I actually just turned the air conditioner on. So yeah, I embrace the coldness. You know what I mean? I love the cold, and unlike my wife who complains when it's hot and cold, like when it's hot, she's just like, "Oh, I want it to be cold." When it's cold, she's like, "I want it to be hot." Like me, I'm like cold across the board.
the problem is that my wife leaves the door open for the dog. So right now, especially in the evening or the early morning when it's still cool in the 50s, the house gets a little cold. So it's good to just put a hoodie on because I'm not going to turn the heater on. I sure as hell ain't going to heat the outdoors. That's just stupid.
No.
You don't have a like central heating, James?
I do. Oh,
No, James.
sorry.
Yeah, I have heating, and yeah, we're good. I just yeah, no, we do not put on the heater until we absolutely have to. So it is not going to be on there. Hell yeah.
Oh, like a true old Mexican, huh?
Yeah, you got to save money where you can. It runs all the damn time with summer. So now that it is getting cooler,
Yeah.
just throw a damn hoodie on. So
I mean I can't say it enough. I love the cold. I mean if I
yeah,
wake up in cold, I'm good.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you too, Rob? Or you,
Different. I like a nice mid temperature. I do like it
it's come-
when I'm going to night. I like it cool, but I don't like it to get too cold.
yeah. Cool.
But that's
So
probably the California in me. Even though I have lived in places with real weather, but I choose to remain here.
yeah. I mean it is the best. So
Yeah, there's no weather like it. That's for sure.
nice.
Not year round.
All right. You just wanna go throughout your week, or do you wanna say what's up to the chat, or
Do the chat and then do our week. I think our
Okay.
week might be. I mean,
Pretty
mine was
long.
a little eventful, so I might take a while.
all right, cool.
So we got Phil's Treehouse in the building. Hi and stuff.
What's up, Phil?
We got Rob's Fast Stacks of Comics says, "Where are my low grades at?" That was partially because he, technically speaking, this gentleman is the reason why we were late today because he didn't get in here until like 7. Now, that may be because he didn't receive said invite until 7, but that's like besides the point, right? Nobody cares about that behind the scenes stuff, that no one cares.
Rob, if it makes you feel better, he got on me for arriving 3 minutes early, but said I was still late.
I was first today, damn it. I am proud.
I appreciate that.
I'm proud for you too.
consider me important enough that you held the show for me.
Yeah.
Phil also wants us to be as late as we like. He's watching 2 soccer games and playing the new Dragon Age. So he has got a
Wow.
full slate here.
Look at that multitasker.
Good for you. Hoodie and lazy, 2 combinations James just loves. You're damn right. You're goddamn right. What up, Brian? We also have Hetty here with the power bills at 50 cents per kilowatt per hour. Fuck California.
I don't pay anywhere near that.
It's true. Keep the fan on while sleeping in the winter. Yeah. Same. I got my fan on right now in here. And the window open. But yeah, so there we go. We are caught up in the chat, so thank you all for whoever is available to tune in on this beautiful Friday after Halloween. 1st of November. Can't believe we are here already, but we're here. So
Yeah. I took today off. Not gonna lie. I usually do the day after Halloween just to kind of just relax for the next day after Halloween. Normally we would take the kids out trick or treating, but I think this is the first year where all my kids are like almost like literal adults. So I have a 20-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 14-year-old. They all want to do their own thing this year, so it was just like, all right, so we didn't really have to go anywhere, do anything, which was kind of weird. We've never really done that before, so it was kind of nice.
Okay.
But with me working so far right now, I work probably 50 miles away from where I live, almost 60, and man, by the time I got home, I was fucking beat. I was, I'm not really genuinely like stuck in this alley traffic a lot, but there I'm at right now. There's no getting away from it. Like, there's no way around it. Usually I'm able to find shortcuts or even work the streets a little bit. Wait, that sounded weird.
it's okay.
I just as I'm saying it, I'm like, abort. Nah,
Next thing you know, you're going to be pegging something.
There's no way around it. I have to go and use these main, not even toll roads are even that effective where I'm at. So it's pretty bad. And then when I get home, I'm just so fucking tired, because then I got to do the same shit again the next day.
I don't know
So
how you guys do it.
It's a vicious cycle, man.
Just coming down here, it was like I'm looking at the time on the Google Maps as I was getting closer and closer, and it kept going. At one point, I was less than 70 miles from the hotel, and it was saying it was still going to be almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. And it wasn't. It turned out, and I was kept going and going and going, and it was the final 8 miles that took 30 frickin' minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. You guys are insane down here, man.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. I don't know, man. I like I said, I don't really dabble too much in this alley traffic. Normally, I'm either out pretty damn early, or I'm just kind of like not working in an area where it's heavily trafficked.
Well,
but
travelers, real quick, we got Caroline.
Yo, what's up, Caroline?
What up, Caroline?
Caroline, you're still. I think you're still killing it on my team. I think neighbor to the north is the one that's kind of like.
Oh, what?
James is doing better. He's been leveling up. Good.
I was gonna say here that why you guys got beef, because usually I'm the one that gets name called, but she called you lame. But then you just finished that comment, and it kind of all made sense. So now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it. All right. So his Final Fantasy. Come on.
Yeah, she doesn't even know she's on my Final Fantasy team.
Hey,
hey.
No, I think we found who needs to be booted.
Yeah.
Else gets the game.
Word.
But anyways, carry on, sir.
Yeah, so I've been there all this week, and it's nice because they've been feeding us. So that kind of, it's not like crap food either. It's like, it's a lot of stuff I've never really been to, honestly. But
you're still good.
you might be saved. Oh shit. Anyways, um, yeah. So, I haven't really been able to like do much, even going to comic book stores afterwards because a lot of times they're closed after I'm out. So,
Yeah.
like, I get out at 4:30, and some of the stores around there are closed at 5. And I'm like, that's crazy, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's been nice, and I just next week next week will be better. So,
That's weird.
but earlier today, since I was off, my daughter, she didn't work today either.
Mhm.
And I'm just thinking like, oh, we could go out for breakfast. And I was just like, you know what? Call your grandma, see if she wants to join us. So my mom came down, and we went out to eat some Mexican food.
Nice.
And she got a bowl of menudo. My daughter got a bowl of pozole. I got me a burrito, and yeah, it was good, man. Good times, good talk. Um, it was nice. It was nice to hang out with my mom. So yeah. But other than that, I think that's been it. Last week, me and Tony went to our monthly flea market, and I got a pretty fat stack of comics to show off. We did pretty good, man. Not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, until we get to that point, I think that's it for right now.
I
Okay.
won't charge you for the copyright fee for Fat Stacks.
Right? Name and everything. Just you can't do it. Can't do it. No, that's cool. I guess I'll go. So last week, I got on here and we had a very, very nice discussion here on the show, and I will just say that it led to a lot of different things. Number one, it led to some really good, I say great, conversation amongst my own family. I've said if you've watched the show enough, then you know that my wife watches, my dad watches. So, you know, me putting that out there was a big deal. And it
Well,
led to
I mean,
what up,
maybe you
India?
should like recap a bit, of what's up, Inja?
Well, I'll just make a very short recap here. I basically, last week, I definitely suggest that you tune in after you watch this one to go back. We basically had a conversation about mental health and depression, and I expressed that I was feeling some postpartum depression and what that meant for me and what I was, trying to overcome and how, and all that good stuff. And so it just led to some really, good moments amongst my family with all of us talking and kind of, expressing ourselves. I had a long conversation with my mom, and it was good. It was healthy. A lot of good came out of that, and I talked to Robert about it because I was like, it really made me, number one, just the fact of what came out of that episode, but number two, like just made me like really proud of it. Not,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always proud of what we do here on this show, but it just was another level of like, I'm really proud that that conversation happened. I'm proud of what it led to. Like, even if you know it didn't lead to anything else for anybody, I that'd be great if it did. Like, obviously, what it led to with my family, it'd be great if someone else had a similar experience, because like that's the whole point of having these conversations, right? Is not just for me to tell you to and tell a few people that watch. Like, it's to make it like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So it was really good. What is going on, Comic Cap Collectibles? Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
Hey,
Uh,
Rich.
but yeah, so it led to some really good conversation, and I'm really happy about that. And I will say that then moving forward with this week, one of the things I really talked about was
Well, what I think what the great thing about it is the amount of support that came after that.
yeah, no, for sure,
Like
for sure.
that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I'm happy about it. Um, And
The hood is off, guys. The hood is off.
I guess, well, it's getting kind of warm now, but
I thought we were getting down in the nitty gritty, you know?
sweating, man. My ears are sweating. But yeah, no, I guess I'll just end it with saying, like, you know, my takeaway from all that would be to talk about it, right? To talk to somebody about it. If it's one person, if it's multiple people, if I'm not saying that you have to come on YouTube and fucking tell everybody, but just talking to somebody about it, because it really can lead to great things.
Yeah.
Or it can lead to people maybe, realizing, moments in their life of, oh, well, from what you're describing, shit, that relates to me. I guess I never really realized that's what that is. It just, those type of things. And then it can help in another person is the idea.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so that was really good. And then leading into this week, I was like, I knew that I was going to go back to work this week. So I went back to work today, and it's like, I knew I needed to get back on my shit. And for me was really just, if I can stay productive, if I can just fucking get up and do something and be productive. Number one, I'm going to feel a hell of a lot better about whatever it is that I'm doing when I'm done. Number two, like, I get my mind busy and I'm just like focused on something. And man, when I say that I spent the weekend, and I guess what is now bled into like the whole week, but I locked in to organizing and cleaning this room that I'm sitting in here.
I mean, you could barely tell, but I see some differences. I see the background has changed.
Background
The
has changed.
books.
It is indie and image titles now, and
Okay.
it's all of my books, all of them that are in this room. I have a storage unit for those who don't know. I have a storage unit, and I have a ton of shit in there. But
Just for comics, mostly, and toys.
no, it's a lot of toys. Yeah, the books that are in this room are organized, put away, whether it be by publisher. Some was like, I can't spend forever on this right now, so let me just at least organize it by publisher. But there's a lot that's like, I did a whole box of Spider-Man, I did a box of Daredevil, I did a box of, Marvel, and so on and so on. So like, my shit is organized, the boxes are put away. I did take a video that I showed in a group chat, and I'll probably post that maybe this weekend. But yeah, I mean, I cleaned up the whole thing, and now I'm in the process of sorting my freaking card collection, like Pokemon, sports cards, all that shit. Gonna get rid of a ton of that, and so that's like my next big project now that I have it all cleaned up. But yeah, I'm telling you, I was all day, all night. I was there was one day I went to bed at 5 a.m., like 4 or 5
Oh,
a.m.,
Jesus
just fucking
Christ.
grinding all through the night. But for me, like,
But you're staying up doing what you love, though, you know?
I needed that so bad.
Well, in more ways than one, because you couldn't step foot in that damn room
No,
unless it's going to your chair.
I'm not gonna do it, but I can walk to that wall and pick up a book. But
Let's see you do it.
no, I'm not gonna do it. But it oh god, it felt.
I don't believe you.
I think I finished yesterday or the day before, and I was just like, yes, like, damn, this feels so freaking good to have finished that. It was a very large project. I have one.
You still have a lot to do, but you're taking the
No, I do.
right
But
steps.
I've got, like, I don't know. We're talking having to organize 30 something boxes at least if I'm sitting here, like, what I'm gonna sell, what I'm gonna keep, what, just all kinds of stuff. And like and then I went to, so then that leads to, I went to my storage unit yesterday, the day before, and I went in there and I went through all my boxes. What am I keeping? What am I getting rid of? Like, my storage unit is 85% to 90% already organized, because I usually organize it in here, then take it in there organized. So basically, it was just, going through all that kind of stuff. And so my storage unit looks great right now, and the room is getting there, and it feels really good. Now I just got to do the work of trying to sell off a bunch of stuff. This card collection is
what, it doesn't make any sense.
time consuming.
Sell off stuff?
I got to do what I got to do, man.
How does that work?
Shit, you should. Well, I'm not gonna say you should try it. I hope that you guys never have to try it. But yes, I will be doing this thing called letting go.
Sounds
Is that an app, Rob?
I don't know. It sounds painful, whatever it is.
What up, Sabrina? I don't know if we said hi. And yeah, no. Anyways,
We also got Shop for Comics in the house. What's up?
what up? But yeah, so it's been a very productive week, and then I returned to work today. That was really good. Just
Did people remember you?
They do. I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, but let's just say your boy was missed. So it felt good to be back. You can genuinely tell when people are happy to see you, and that doesn't have to be at work. Just in general, you can tell when people are happy to see you. And I got a great feeling going to work. But it was dead. I was supposed to work 10 to 6 today. I only worked 10 to 2 and got sent home. It was a very slow. I guess we're in this
recession?
The calm before the storm, because we're heading.
Black Friday.
For those who don't know, I work at Geek Squad and Best Buy. And so, we're about to head into what is going to be just pure fucking madness with Black Friday and all this kind of stuff. And
it'll get worse. Wait until next year when everybody's Windows 10 stuff starts crashing and stuff, and they can't upgrade. They can't understand why they can't upgrade their computer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys even do Black Friday anymore? Because I don't think Walmart does it anymore.
I worked last week and then had to come on the show and talk about it. It was I would just say yes, it is insane. I've worked retail my whole life, but my prior experience was at O'Reilly Auto Parts, and they don't do Black Friday. Okay, Black Friday is like $1 off of oil. Whoever stops into the fucking store today for oil. This was my first
from 9 to 10.
This was my first retail, the people wanting to buy shit type, and it's
awful.
I've never done Black Friday shopping, so I didn't have any I had no gauge of what to expect. I will tell you, whatever I was imagining, it blew that out the water. It is every department is set up at a station. Basically, I spend my whole 8 hours just standing at this fucking counter, don't move, and just customer after customer after. It is a line the whole day. And that's I was in computers. And then there's a line over in every other section of the store. It is madness.
Dude, back in my day, we had to get there at 2 or something in the morning to then start managing the line outside before the frickin' store even opened.
Yeah.
That was
Circuit City, by the way, too, which nobody shopped at Circuit City.
No, that was at Best Buy.
Oh yeah? Oh shit.
Yeah. They used to do
so swag.
They'd have coupons, and we'd basically find out for whoever the doorbuster deals, which you could only get one. So which one do you want? And we'd go through the line and hand out. That way, people wouldn't go crushing in and try to go. If you didn't have the coupon code for it, you couldn't get one, and that was that. And it helped a lot. But
we got Steve in the house. What's up?
What up?
Steve.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I didn't get to experience. I saw where the lines were structured around the store and where they had a spot of the parking lot that they were going to use for that. Mm-hmm. But I came in at a later shift, so I didn't see how it works when it opens. But it's just fucking crazy. So yes, I am now this year I kind of know what to expect, and it's going to be interesting.
I never remember them giving out gift cards.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Shoot, I might go wait in line then as a customer and then go work. But yeah, so going back to work was good. It was a slow day. I got sent home, but that's okay.
I mean, you were very missed, but they sent you home.
Exactly. Yeah. I was missed as a person, apparently not from a productivity standpoint.
Or from a cost perspective.
Yeah, they kept all the best players, but so you got sent home.
Yeah, we miss you. I bet your family does too. Go home.
We're doing you a solid. Trust us.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it was good. as far as Halloween, I gotta say this, and then I gotta backtrack because I was supposed to ask you something about your Halloween. As far as Halloween went, it was
What are you
good.
pointing to?
Well, sorry, you,
Oh, okay.
Robert. I need to ask you. It was good. Rob, I already saw how yours went. So mine was good. So I've been in this house for like, I don't know, 5 years now, and I'm in a court, and it's very dark, and nobody really sets up. So our first like year, my son was, I had like one kid, and he's a year old. We're not really doing anything other than I think we walked around the court, if anything, and we had like no trick or treaters, and we were thinking like, oh man, I wonder if that's like I'm right. My kid's school is like 6 minute walk from the house. It's right across the street. So we expected, I'm by a school, I'm in a neighborhood, like it should be crazy. And it was not, it was dead. And now we've had a few years, to kind of learn. And so, yes, my court, if I were to stay home and pass out candy, it would be nothing. But we take the kids, now we've kind of have like a route and we know where to go. So we head over by the
If you were to stay home and hold court.
So we head over by the school, and there's like a lot of houses over there, a ton of kids trick-or-treating. Like it's fun. And then this year was also cool because Damien would walk around, and then he found like a friend from school, and they'd be happy to see each other and give each other a hug, and it was neat. And all the three are three of them are of age now to like really understand Halloween and trick-or-treating, and they like really enjoy it. And then of course Jason, it's his first one, he just slept, and but yeah, it was, so for us it was really good. And it is that kind of how it was when I was a kid, not as much, but still a really good turnout. And then we went back to our court, and it's just dead. And but that's just how you got to find the spot, find the spot where everybody's at, and then trick-or-treat there.
Well, I mean, were you kind of disappointed that nobody showed up to your house to?
Well, no, because we're not there. I mean, at this point, so I just meant like, from, we have the
watch,
and I have like the security cam. Like the doorbell didn't ring.
Oh,
that's how I know like nobody came. And when we got home, I was putting away the stroller in the garage, and one person came. So I passed out candy to one person.
Oh shit!
And then after that, it was nothing. Nobody else came back to the door. And so yeah, it was
one solo kid just by her by it. He's like, a what?
He was like older. He was like 14. Or he was older kid.
He was like your neighbor, just like, hey, I'm yearning for some candy. Let me hit up the Morales house. They just got home. They can't deny me.
Oh man.
Well, yeah. I think that what I would say to that is maybe you need to step up your candy game, dude. As a kid, it's risk versus reward, and their evaluation was probably like, well, I could go up the street and get a full-size Snicker bar, or go to the Morales cul-de-sac and get a thing of chiclets or something. Just what are you passing out?
I mean, the regular bags of the gummies.
Laffy Taffy.
Hey, first of all, Laffy Taffies are amazing. So if you got the Laffy Taffies, that is totally fine with me. But the normal bags of candy, the Hershey's, the Reese's, the Twix, all that good stuff. But
yeah.
No, honestly, like I said, like I don't really care because I'm not home anyways anymore. So like now, my Halloween is about taking my kids out trick-or-treating. So we're not home anyways. So
yeah,
it really doesn't matter. Now, eventually, yes, there will come a time when it will revert, and they'll be older, and I'll go back to passing out the candy. But for right now, I'm enjoying just trick-or-treating with them, and it's fun. It is a good time. What is up, Cali Comic?
I kind of always wanted to do this thing where I pass out like ice cream bars or something, like maybe ice cream
sandwiches.
Yeah. And you just got to eat it right away, or just kind of
that's right.
If they don't see you put it in the bag and then they get home later,
Mom and Dad, sorry, there's no time to inspect it. That kid's just gonna eat it.
Yeah. Or like or like the mini drumsticks. Just pass those out.
You know what you could do to be more cost effective. Even you remember, like when we were kids. At least I remember quite vividly. You'd go to the grocery store and they had like the individually done sundae cups.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get stacks of those. Here's a sundae cup. Here you go.
Nice.
You want chocolate or strawberry? What do you want?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Maybe next year.
Yeah, it all kind of depends. I mean, I guess, now that I know that my court's dead, I could always do the set up the adult beverages for the adults and then just be like, oh man, nobody came. I got to drink all this by myself. Darn.
Be straight baller. Get a Mr. Softy truck.
So Steve is over here saying my friend and I gave out candy and went through 6 Costco boxes. Bro, you don't have that many kids in your neighborhood, bro. Like they're being shuttled in the masses from other yeah, they're busing like oh dude. And that's the thing is like I live in a good neighborhood, right? And when we go around our neighborhood trick-or-treating, there's tons of kids in bus loads. It's like, where are they coming from? Stay in your neighborhood, guys.
Yeah. We got...
If I were to pass out candy, I'm checking IDs, man. Fuck that shit.
Oh, shit.
What's your zip code? Kid, what's your zip code, man?
I had one kid show up who was like borderline, like on that age cuss. Should you still be doing this, or are you a little old for this type thing? And that was it. Nobody else. And I mean, half my neighborhood was dark, which is probably half of it. But what we have is 2 different things that go on near us. We live in a traditional tract home area, but across the street basically is the shopping next to the shopping center is new high density housing versus ours, which was built in the 60s tract homes. So they can do a lot less steps and hit way more homes than they can in our area. They have to walk really far in their eyes. And then the other thing is there's a Baptist church that puts on this huge event going on down the street. So, but yeah, no, I had good candy. I had Pokemon cards to give out.
Oh shit! Nice. That's a good idea. Give out all the power cards.
Well, they have the Halloween booster packs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I had some from last year, and I picked up another pack this year. And like I said, the one kid that came by, he got like 5 Pokemon packs plus a handful of candy
and a stack of comics.
And that was it. I mean, it's like nobody else came, and I'm like, I walked out down the street. I'm looking down the street.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Crazy.
Yeah. I wanted to, before we get to Robert, I wanted to backtrack real quick because last Friday, Robert, you were telling us about a big dilemma you were going to have with your son and whether he was going to go by himself with his friends or whatnot.
Or with his cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What ended up happening?
Well, my wife called my brother-in-law and told him, and he was fine with it. They were just going to go around the neighborhood, nothing crazy. But my son, he ended up going with his friends, and there was a
chaperone.
There was a chaperone, so that made my wife feel even better. Although she wanted to be the chaperone, but I was fine not being it because like I said, I got home and I was fucking dead. But he had a blast. They ran the neighborhood. He took a big old sack, which I mean, it got filled up probably like 35%, but it was a huge stack, and it's just him, So then later on that night, I didn't know, but my daughter picked him up from his friends, so I didn't have to leave the house at all. So I turned in early, and it was a good day, man. But yeah, my wife was really torn because it's just like, we don't know these kids and this and that, and I was like, well, he's never really given us a reason to not trust him, and we've explained it ad nauseum on okay, we're letting you go with your friends, but if anything happens, you call us. Don't even, you know, if you have a feeling that it's not good or they're just acting too wild, then give us a call, and we'll pick you up. And everything worked out, man, and it was great. So, yeah,
Good.
Your buddy Timmy kills someone. Call me up. I'll help you hide the body. What?
right. But if they were troublemakers, I mean, that would be a different. If we knew these kids and they had a bad rapport, I mean, that it would be even difficult for me to let them go out. As much as we trust our son, sometimes we just can't trust the people they're with. The Some of the kids I grew up with weren't always very, you know, uh, how do I say it? Like they just didn't make the best choices, and when you're a kid, sometimes you're guilty by association, and it's just how it is. But you know, we made it through.
Fair, fair. I do have one other. I was thinking like I gotta be forgetting something, and I was. What is up, JD?
JD, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Rick says don't talk about Omar like that when he's not here, dude. Um,
Fucking Omar.
so
Always Omar. There's always the Omars.
the other thing that happened this week, which was kind of crazy, but I think it happened over the weekend, so I almost kind of like forgot about it since
She's pregnant again?
No. So I want to say game 2 of the World Series. It was coming down to the very, very end, but then my mom and I were gonna go to the gym, and so like we're waiting, and it hits the 9th, and we're like, fuck it, let's go to the gym. We'll probably catch the end of it there at the gym, and then work out before they close. And so we get to the gym, we're walking in, and it's like there's 2 gas stations. There's a freeway, and then there's a very busy side road. And there's just tons of businesses and gas stations and all that. So there's 2 gas stations, and there's like this little street, and it leads to the parking lot of the gym. So we're walking there, and we hear sirens. Then we hear a bike revving hella loud, speeding up, and we're like, oh shit, there's a bike running from the cops right now. And we just happen to look over in the direction that it's coming from. And like we just have a clear view straight down this street in between these 2 gas stations. And I just see a bike, and then it crashes, and then it's sliding, and I just see sparks, and then it hits a truck, and then you just hear this loud ass crash of it hitting the truck. And then the cops stop, and we're just like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something, I'm just
shit.
oh shit, what the fuck just happened?
In front of your mom?
With my mom.
What's wrong with you, dude?
And so we like go to walk over there, and she's thinking like, is he dead? Did he hit that car and he's dead now? Like, I don't want to see that. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I gotta see this. And so I start walking over there.
Mom's all, I don't want to see this. He's dead. James all, he's dead. I want to see this.
Yeah, I do. So I start walking over there. I could tell by the cops' reaction that he was not dead. And I was just like, holy shit, man. And start playing the cop song. And so yeah, we walk over there, and then we ended up staying there for a while. Like the lady that he hit, she had like a lifted truck, and the guy was running, and he slid his bike. So that's why like I saw sliding and all that shit. And he
that's a good mom right there.
He slid his bike, so the bike hit the truck, and that was the impact that I heard. Because if he would have just went head on into her driver's side door, I mean, it would have been even worse for both of them. Because in the end, she's now uninjured because the bike just went at the bottom of her truck. But like we stayed, and my mom talked to her to keep her calm, because like nobody talked to her. The cops were just like, they were dealing with the guy. So the girl's just sitting there, like, having just hit a fucking dude on a bike, she thinks, and is just, and, you know, she's trying to wait for someone to pick up and come get her and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it was just crazy. Like, I hadn't seen some shit like that in a while. Definitely not a bike accident, or expect to see a guy trying to run from the cops. And then as we're there at the gas station, these two other bikes pull up and they're like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I heard sirens. He was running from them and then he crashed his bike. And
for clarity, those of you who are watching at home who maybe not have picked up on this, he's talking about motorcycles.
Oh yeah,
not bikes.
Yeah.
Bikes, the bicycles, obviously not having this kind of issue. Motorcycles or motorbikes.
Yes, and
please continue.
Those dudes pull up, and I guess they know of him, and they had this big meet at a Dutch Bros down the street, and they were like, "Yeah, we were with him,"
Always
and then he took off, and they were like, "We don't know why he took off," and they ended up. So then it was just crazy. But I do have pictures. I got the pictures here. So.
Nice.
Nothing close up. Nothing crazy detailed here, but hopefully you guys can see this. So,
man on the scene.
So there is the bike there. This is on the right here is the gas station that he tried to pull out of. And then there is the bike.
He tried to pull out.
Wow.
And then I do have a picture of that is the
That's
guy.
A blanket covering the body.
There is the guy and then his mangled ass bike over here. By this point, the truck that he had hit was already moved.
Is he conscious at that point?
He's alive. The cop told the bike friend he's alive, but he is in bad shape. And I was like, fuck. So yeah, he was like, they rolled him on his side and everything, and but he's definitely like, he didn't get up. That's for damn sure. They put him on the stretcher and everything.
Paralyzed.
He didn't move too much, so he's fucked up, but he's alive and
paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh my god! But yeah, so that was some.
That's it, dude. Where's the selfies at, bro?
In the end, oh shit! Like yo,
world star.
So no, Rick, this was the next game, not the Grand Slam ending. But in the end, we ended up. Yes, I not only did my workout get cut way short, I also missed the ending of that World Series game, and it was just like,
Dodgers won.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was madness. Damn, that was me like third. Oh shit, you crashed.
Yeah, Ricky endured that type of pain several years ago.
Oh, come on, SD. First of all, what's up, SD? Second,
what's up?
They revved. So yes, no, it was a motorcycle, not a bicycle.
The guy was pedaling so fast.
He's being facetious.
Rob is on the run, so he is from an undisclosed location at a hotel somewhere. Hotel California is all I'll say, and yeah, that's about as good as you're gonna get. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he's traveling. He's out in maybe SoCal, maybe not.
I'm in.
Where
Corona.
in the world is Rob Fat Stacks? No one knows.
I'm in Corona.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now have one, but oh, hold on. You should have did the Smokey move from Friday. You got knocked Oh, man. Yeah, for reals. I mean, that was a trip. That was wild for sure. So that was my eventful week. I think I am done. I appreciate everybody sticking around here. So, Rob Fat Stacks, tell us about your week. You already kind of
tell us about your week, where you're at, and what you're doing.
It was end of month, end of year, so work was a blur. I choose to ignore it and move on. Thankfully, it ended. I had today off yesterday. I was all set for trick-or-treaters, but nothing. So that was boring.
More candy?
Yeah, well, I got lots of candy for me now because none of them came to pick up candy. Matter of fact, I'm sending a medium flat rate box full of candy to my youngest in Oregon.
Nice.
Guess what you're getting, kid?
There you go.
You get the metabolism and no diabetes. So this morning, I got up and I did my normal Friday morning show, and then packed, and I hit the road, and I'm head down to Corona. I'm here for the Fiends Giving thing this weekend. But man, I
We
tell you,
will be able to see each other tomorrow and touch each other.
that's right.
That's how I know people are real.
More than
is
just
if,
tips.
Yeah, that's how I know if people are real. I get to touch them, and
Full-blown
whatever happens
parallel
after
parking.
that.
Yeah.
Have you ever docked before?
No, but
Okay.
does a parallel parking.
Okay.
Nice.
What that is. Anyways, the come down here. This was an adventure, man. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking that it was north of LA, just north of LA instead of like south of LA. So
Way east.
Like a whole different direction.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh damn, that's a fucking nearly 7+ hour drive. That's when I was expecting like a 5. And traffic sucked, but it was really crazy. It was the stupidest part of the whole drive was I stopped at Bakersfield
Justin, what's up?
to refuel on gas, but also I was like nodding off hardcore, and I needed to get some Starbucks.
Okay.
So I stop in there and I get a triple mocha, and I ask for get 2 slices of pumpkin loaf. Now here's the thing that puts me, this is like how I don't go to Starbucks very often, but this is how I know that kids are dumb. I said, I'd like to order a grande mocha, triple mocha, no whip, and 2 slices of pumpkin loaf. Okay, so you want a grande mocha, triple shot with no whip? Yes. What size do you want?
Grande.
Well, you just said grande. She's like, oh yeah, but I don't know if you wanted a different size.
What the fuck?
If I wanted a different size, I would have asked for a different fucking size. I asked you for a fucking grande. What do you think I want?
Yeah, we got the comic book Fiend Club here. What up?
So
what's up?
So eventually, the barista steps in and just grabs the cup, and then I get my coffee, and I'm okay. Do I have where's my pumpkin bread? It'll come up in a moment. So I'm waiting. Finally, the barista looks over at them because they're not doing anything. Goes, are you guys getting his pumpkin bread? Oh, I forgot.
Oh my god!
So then they come and they bring me like 1 piece. I'm like, oh no, I ordered 2 pieces.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, hold on. And then like that piece breaks, and apparently they don't know what to do when a piece of bread breaks, and had to go get a manager.
Spit on it. Stick it back together.
I'm just gonna eat it. I don't really fucking care.
Yeah.
So they grab it. So they go find another piece from God knows where. And then
that was the last piece, though.
And then they give me it. They grabbed it from the display. He's partially stale, And then they give it. So then they go, but here's this, but you can have this broken one too for free. It took me like 20 minutes to get 2 slices of pumpkin bread and a damn drink.
They literally fucked it up on every
No, dude. Hey, that shit's already pre-cut, dude. So like, that's even worse.
I don't even get it. I mean, when she sat there, I honestly couldn't believe it when she's sitting there like, oh, what size do you want? I'm like, oh, you just said it. She's like, I know you. She's like, I know you, but you might want something different.
Wow.
What? Huh?
That's crazy.
What? So, but ultimately, the rest of the drive, the drive down wasn't too bad. I managed to I hate driving through LA traffic. So I managed to take the high desert, zigzag through the high desert to bypass 99% of it. And that was pretty cool. I like it out there. It's nice and quiet. There's a lot of weird compounds out there in the high desert that you probably don't want to have your car break down nearby. But hey,
Yeah, and you don't have the luxury of that gas station very often. I remember.
Yeah, there's nothing out there. There's
I remember
zero.
I mistimed it. I think for me, I didn't need gas. I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, you got to make sure you've gone to the bathroom. Make sure you got gas. You got your car full of snacks because there ain't shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take a piss at the next one.
You're just gonna find yourself a tumbleweed, maybe and a berm. That's about it. And then you hope that somebody on the other side doesn't got a gun.
Mm-hmm. I was driving for forever.
It's pretty crazy. But and you sit there, you're like, oh, am I really going in? I think I'm going in the right direction generally, so I think I'm good because you got no landmarks or nothing. But it definitely was a lot better drive than being in bumper to bumper traffic because I was looking at my commute. I because I forgot how long the drive was going to be. I didn't calculate it right. That put me going through. I would have been going through the LA Basin at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, oh yeah, that's just sounds like a bad idea. I'm gonna take this alternate route, the scenic route, if you will. But so yeah, now I'm here.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Justin, this is definitely the example right here. Having worked in retail, having hired many young kids. I mean, this is not my specialty, but I can handle it. But I've had to be the other employee standing next to them as they have that moment, and they are.
How do I do this? I don't know what to do. Yeah,
and you're like, oh,
the machine already told me how much money to give them.
Exactly, because yes, they key in the $10 10,000 enter, boom, receipts printed, and then you change it, and they're like, oh fuck, I don't have the
I can't do math in my head. That's too hard.
That is.
That's what you get for going to a Starbucks and a gas station, dude.
Well, no. Actually, the Starbucks I went to was a standalone. Actually, it was a star because it was a big. It's in Bakersfield, so there's is like 15 Tesla superchargers plus 14 other other charging stations there, and then there's like a Subway and a Starbucks next to each other surrounded by a billion charging stations. So you can, if I was taking the electric car, I could have charged it up or something. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna take the electric car on a long trip. That's just asking for trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. I don't know, Rob. I always had good experiences at Starbucks, so.
Usually I do.
I kind of I'm almost treated like a celebrity, if you will.
You go there often?
I mean, often enough to where I just pull up and they already know because they can see you. There's a camera, and they're just like.
Yeah, no, but I don't. I think this is the first time I've been there in a year.
Oh man, so how do you like? Do you drink coffee though, right?
I drink a thermos full of coffee every day.
What's your go-to if you're like, I mean, do you do energy drinks at all or?
I brew coffee at home.
Yeah, but what about?
And I put it into a stainless steel thermos and I drink it throughout the day like an old fucking man.
Dude, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I love when my coffee's made by somebody else.
But I do
so much better.
As I've now constructed this thing, it's like all this crazy stuff. But I do buy very expensive coffee because I drink pure Kona coffee that I buy from a family-owned plantation in Kona Island, and they ship it to me 5 pounds at a time.
Oh man,
it costs about almost $30 a pound for the coffee, but it's still less than going to Starbucks every day. So
true.
So, Sabrina asked me what my drink is. It is although it says my wife's name Jennifer, it's a Trenta iced coffee with extra heavy cream. So it's 3/4 heavy cream and sugar-free vanilla.
Yeah.
That's not really coffee. You just drink heavy cream.
Hey, I drink coffee, man. I don't know what you're talking about. This is coffee.
That is not coffee.
Why you don't understand when he's saying I brew it. You're like, what? You pour it out.
There's no cream. There's no sugar. None of that shit. Like coffee.
It's heavy cream with coffee flavoring instead.
You got a fucking vagina?
That's why they know him when he pulls out. They're like, fuck, it's the heavy cream.
Yeah. This is a motherfucker taking all our heavy cream.
I'm like, I drink black coffee, usually about 8 cups of coffee a day, and then I drink that till about noon, and then from about noon into the evening I drink water, and that's about it. Every once in a while I drink some whiskey.
Oh shit, Sabrina's fucking going ham. I drink 6 shots of espresso with a splash of half and half and pumpkin cold foam in a grande cup. Dude, what do you do when there's no more pumpkin?
That's all espresso.
You know, I will say that when I do go,
she's like the reverse of what this is.
Yeah.
When I go to Starbucks, I don't drink their black coffee because I don't care for their black coffee the way that they make it. So I usually will end up getting a mocha, but when I do, I usually will get it 3, 4, or 5 shots. 3 shots in a grande or 4 or 5 in a venti or something. So that way there's a higher coffee to ratio. Then I usually have them short pump it. I don't want to put very much. Just basically I want a hint of chocolate. That's about the end of it.
Justin says, try the pecan crunched ice oat milk shaken espresso. I don't think that's a real drink, dude.
I don't think I can say the words oat milk in a sentence without
right?
having someone go up and shoot me in the back of the head.
JD never had coffee?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna take him out for his first cup of coffee.
And I know why, JD. Like, what's the reason why you've never?
We all need to go to like Denny's and just drink pots of black crap diner coffee.
Hey, that's Rob's fucking dream date right there. Going to fucking Denny's and drinking black coffee. Like,
hey, I'll go to IHOP and drink black coffee too. That's fine.
What up, sarcastic?
Sarcastic, what's up, man?
But I get that AARP discount at Denny's.
Yeah, right.
Rena, only one person is giving white girl vibes. Definitely. I hate the smell for one. Okay.
That's probably because you got nothing but crap coffee.
James, I think this is white girl vibes too. Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to say.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
very much. Yeah.
One definitely giving those vibes.
Yeah.
Are you wearing your Uggs right now?
But Rob, I don't know if I told you, but I don't drink hot coffee. I cannot. Iced coffee is the only way I drink coffee. I know, dude. You thought you knew me, but you had no idea.
I just thought maybe you were a man. That's all.
No, not at all. Not at all. I portray one, but
I identify on the outside as well.
Yeah, my drinking preferences are they them. So.
Yeah, I know. That's how I do it. As I brew the pot, pour it in a Stanley thermos, and take the thermos with me to work.
Hey, Rob, no joke. That reminds me of my grandpa, 100%, dude. My grandpa would, do a whole canister and just drink it throughout the whole day. I wouldn't have a problem doing that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem doing that. This is all I drink in a day. But like I said, I don't like hot coffee. It has to be cold. I just don't know how you guys do it with the hotness.
I don't know how people drink cold coffee. Usually when my coffee gets cold, I throw it out or got to heat it up because it's gone cold.
Another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Every time I see somebody make cold coffee, what the fuck?
And
you know what? But that's how I grew up. Look, my dad was a cop, and my grandma was like, my grandma's house. I'd go there. There was always 24/7. There was pot of coffee ready to go.
Yeah.
My dad, as a cop working graveyards and stuff, he was drinking coffee nonstop. And so when I started doing it, I just started drinking it, and I took it just like they all did. If you asked for cream or sugar, you got mocked. And so, I learned that's how I drank it, and I drink it black. And I say the ironic thing is I fill up my thermos to take it with me to work. I only go 15 steps from the kitchen and go to my desk at home where I have my thermos next to me. And then I have coffee mug warmers throughout the house so I can keep my mug warm throughout the week or throughout the day.
Yeah. Wow, man. That's
Yeah, I'm definitely similar. My grandparents definitely are the same. They always had a pot of coffee at all times, and black. And then my parents would put like cream and sugar and stuff. And so then, I've definitely been drinking coffee since I was young, and yeah, I will say I used to. My coffee when I was younger definitely was Roberts. It was all fucking cream, sugar, and then a little bit of coffee. Now that I'm older,
you grew up.
It's definitely the opposite. Yes, it is definitely the opposite. I can't do black coffee, but I definitely could see myself in the next 10, 20 years. I will not be surprised when I hit that point.
Phil,
the thing is, Rob, is when it comes to coffee, I embrace my feminine side. So.
That's fair. My wife does exactly what Phil is saying. She usually, when she doesn't drink coffee normally, she's a tea drinker. I don't know how the hell that fucking happened. But
I don't like tea.
I try
hot or cold.
I tell her, look, we're Americans.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be drinking coffee.
You're supposed to throw it in the ocean, right?
That's right. You don't drink tea. But my wife's a tea drinker. But when she's really tired and she needs to kick me, she'll ask if she can have some of my coffee, and she'll do that. She'll put a couple spoonfuls of like hot chocolate powder in it, and then dump the then pour the coffee into it, and make a dirty mocha that way or something. But that's my yeah, I don't know. I think it's hilarious now because growing up, my dad was always the running joke too. Anytime you get asked you want decaf or whatever, it was always like, what's the fucking point? And you made fun of people who drank decaf. And now he can't drink regular. He can't drink caffeine.
So he drinks coffee, decaf.
And every time I'm around and he orders decaf, I just look at him and he goes, just shut up, leave me alone. Just, oh, dude.
Yo, sarcastic's like
I'm disappointed in you, Dad.
Nespresso, only way to go, black, no breast milk of any kind. Hey, you get that shit on the side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Save that for the side. Finish your coffee, then breast milk.
Dirty Mexican Mocha was my stripper name. I bet you didn't know that, James.
I did not.
You just learned something you probably didn't want to learn. Had a stripper name.
That's like,
I agree. For a long time, I thought that. So I get iced coffee. I've always felt like they've always taken like the last bit of whatever brew, like stuff that they brewed, and poured it in a container and threw it in the fridge, right? But I don't think that's correct. I think that they sometimes, I feel like they'll even brew it and then add a shitload of ice to kind of like ice it up. But sometimes I'll get my coffee and there's like that much ice left on the top, and then by the time I get to where I'm going, there's no ice at all, which kills it for me. Because just like how you can't drink it when it's warm or cold, Rob, I can't drink mine if it's not cold. Like, it has to be cold. It can't even be warm, because then it just kind of changes the flavor for me. So yeah, so I guess I'm kind of picky,
First world problems, we all have them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, that was my week. All I remember is really coming down here and Halloween candy. So I'm here now.
Nice. All right.
The best part. That's all that matters.
That's right.
I do want to, one last time, Justin brought up Fiendtober. So I want to talk about Fiendtober and 31 Days of Low Grade Horror. So Fiendtober, have to give a shout out to SD and Hetty and Mike for putting that together, along with that Penis for making the graphics, I guess. And yeah, you guys did great. I think the only part I really didn't like was SD being on my ass about posting, but other than that, it was really cool. You guys did great, and I also have to give a shout out to like Caroline and people that
K-pop
in the club. But it's not about only club people could post this stuff. Like, the point is anybody can. And so Caroline showed up and showed out, and so thank you for that.
Doreen posted a bunch too,
and Doreen posted a bunch. Yeah, I was expecting that because that's what she collects.
That's her shit,
That's her thing. So yeah, no, it was great. So good job to everybody there, and then also good job to Robert for posting on the 31st finally. Everybody of course was so waiting that post from you, and
I think it came through clutch, bro.
It was you definitely made it. I posted all.
You also posted on Spawn Day, didn't you?
No. I was thinking about it, but I thought about it too long, and by the time I decided I'm gonna do it, that day had already passed. So
it's Sabrina.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, Sabrina too.
Good job on that. You guys did great. That was really cool to see. Now
I think I thought it was funny that Sabrina posted a book that was Sabrina, the Teenage Witch.
That was, or was it? She never did.
Yeah, she did. It was a Sabrina the Teenage Witch book.
Well, I mean, what do you think she's named after, dude? Come on now.
I just remember as I was going through it, man, so many times it was hard to pick just one book to, and sometimes I couldn't, so I just posted multiple. So I was like, I don't know, there's just too many
Yeah.
books.
Also, when I decided to post my post from yesterday, it was it was so random. I just said, "Fuck it, I'll just do it," and I did it. I'm proud of myself. What I'm trying to say.
We're
It
proud of
was
you.
good. It was a good,
Thank
it was
you,
a good,
thank you.
good set of themes.
Um,
One of the better cover challenges I've seen in a long time. So,
Oh, thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
No, it was. That's a good point. It was. It was definitely like easy to follow. I guess the
with
only other
enough
gripe is-
leeway to allow people to kind of branch out without
Yeah,
being
yeah.
pigeonholed. Yet at the same time, it was specific.
Mhm.
Everything else too. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
So we also have to conclude the 31 days of low grade horror. Now, I will admit, as I already discussed, kind of how my week went. I did not do as good here this last week. I think I probably saw maybe half of these. I have some catching up to do. I know Katie also, she will be catching up through November. So I got to catch up on this list. Then I still have to do my normal. So for me, my 3 franchises are Halloween, Scream, and Paranormal Activity. Those are the 3 that I've always made a point to watch every one of them for Halloween. Well, with doing the 31 Days of Low Grade Horror now and life, I can't. There's 10 of those movies in each franchise, let's say. And then I got 30 other movies here, so it's difficult. So I will. Let's see. I don't know where we would have ended. I know I talked about Cobweb. I remember that. So let's say Scream. Scream number 4, one that I enjoy. They took quite a break from number 3, and number 3 was definitely kind of seen as the okay, maybe this franchise is kind of dying. They take quite a bit of a break. Number 4 comes out, and it kind of definitely modernized Scream and kind of brought it back. If for me at least, it was a really well done Scream, and with the use of video cameras and all that kind of stuff now, and it's really really good. So I do enjoy that one. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I had never seen this one. So this is a very interesting Nightmare on Elm Street where Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund and Wes Craven are it's a movie within a movie. They're real people playing themselves in the movie, but they're being affected by a now real Freddy Krueger who is a demon who, by them making the movies, he was allowed to come out into our universe. So he is affecting them. He's going after Heather. He's going after Robert. He's going after Wes Craven. It's interesting. He also changed the costume. He has a very different look on him. You have the boy from Salem's Lot in there as well, and it was interesting. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed that very unique twist on the movie. I don't know how I feel about the costume change. I read somewhere that Wes Craven had, I think they said that he wanted Freddy to look like that either originally, or he wanted him to look like that right after the first one. But the whole if it's not broke, don't fix it. So they didn't. They just kept Freddy staying the same. Then he finally changed his appearance, and I guess a lot of people did not like it, so they kind of reverted back. But his whole his whole burns, everything just looks very different. But it is still an interesting one. They Live is one that I missed. I think that was the night that I was cleaning my room till 5 a.m. But I basically watched it on TV 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of counting that. Return of the Living Dead, I just completely missed. That is one on the list that I'm going to have to catch up on. Late Night with the Devil, that was my first time watching that. That is on Hulu?
No, Pluto.
No. Well, I think everything's on Pluto. It's just what ads. But, man, that was good. I did not watch
I
that.
loved it. I thought it was great.
It was so... it's definitely Exorcist.
Vibes.
Yeah, like when you actually see the person possessed and the way that they talk and the way that they act, like that's the Exorcist. So basically just take the Exorcist, but if it happened on a late night like Johnny Carson type TV show,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the basic explanation I could give you, but I'm telling you the movie is really really good. So I definitely recommend, if you did not watch that, go back and watch that one. And it was nice to see. I don't know how to say his last name, but I know his first name's David. To see him like in a leading role, he's been uh, he's been in like the Dark Knight series, Christopher Nolan. He's been in a bunch of other Christopher Nolan movies. He was Polka Dot Man in
Oh
Suicide
shit!
Squad stuff.
Wow.
Um,
Didn't recognize him.
Yeah, and it was nice to like for him to have that leading role. It was good. He's also like writing a freaking comic book right now, the Knights and Samurais from Image Comics. That's him. So yeah, that was a damn good movie. The Crow I also did not get to, but I also watched that. I just watched that recently when I watched it for the anniversary in theater, so I'm very familiar with that movie. And then Halloween, I pretty much kind of starting on the 30th, when I was cleaning my room, I just started playing them in the background here on my computer, like as I was cleaning. And oh, Dast Malchian, yes, that guy. Um, and yeah, so I've been watching a ton of those, and then I ended last night. The tradition is you got to watch the original, and then whatever other one for me. So we watched Halloween H2O, which is that is a personal favorite of mine. I just love that movie, man. And for those who didn't see my story, you got fucking LL Cool J in a damn Halloween movie, and then you got Creed playing in the movie, and then Creed in the fucking end credits. I mean, dude, it was so good. I love H2O. I will say, I don't know if you guys have ever had like a movie ruined for you, whether it be someone points out something and now you're like, shit, I can't unsee that, or just something, I don't know, something that kind of takes you out of it. For me, I always loved H2O growing up. I still do. But in the last 5-10 years, I learned about the whole mask situation. There are 3 masks portrayed in that movie because they like had to do reshots or some shit and they didn't have the original mask anymore. And there's even a scene where it's like a complete CGI mask. Now that I know that, I can't watch this movie without being like, oh, there's the other mask. Oh shit, that scene's the other mask. And I'm like, it's so, because I like what is supposed to be just the regular mask with the little spiky hair. Like it's so, I can't almost can't concentrate with having to point out these stupid masks. But yeah, let me catch up here on the chat since I was looking away from it. Sarcastic Flash said the new Salem was weak. Ooh, I enjoyed it. I just no, I don't think that it was great, but I thought it was okay. Watched Terrifier 1, 2, and 3 with the kids this week. Today was part 3. Oh shit, nice. I'm glad that you were able to catch up on that. Yeah, I think Terrifier 3 was the best story. It was yeah, that was damn good. Sabrina says Scream. Hell yeah, the best. Did anyone see that GameStop is grading cars now? Yes, Rick, we did. I think that started, I don't know, a few weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. But yeah, I don't know like what the turn time is and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, they are grading cards now.
What are their qualifications?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know how I feel about, I don't know, going to GameStop to send in like, why not just make your own account? But then I guess, you're not paying the membership fee, sure, but that peace of mind of knowing I packed my own stuff and sent it myself and didn't, I don't know, but maybe they have a great process that keeps your shit secure. I'm not gonna say.
Are they actually the ones grading them, or they're
no,
just
no,
sending
no, like they're sending them off to like PSA.
I would not. I wouldn't even trust them to do that. Like,
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought
Yeah,
like
no.
they had set up their own gradings. Go, what the hell? Why would I?
Unless I'm wrong. I heard the PSA thing. I'll look it up here in a second. But I heard that they were allowing it to be. They'll take it and submit it for you.
Sure, because if because there are people who don't want to be bothered or are intimidated by those processes,
Yeah.
so they like to be able to take it in. I know remember my first CGC order, like I took it to my LCS and had them do it because I was intimidated by it, and then I learned.
I guess to that point, I guess you're not wrong.
1,000 books
that
later.
is kind of the exact same.
yeah, right. Oh, by the way, Rob, so I don't know if you keep up with the turnaround times, but you know how I've been complaining a lot lately about CGC and so they bumped their vintage from 46 days, and they've been progressively adding more days.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 65 days. They went from 46 to 65 days, which is like a little bit over a month.
Yeah, well,
because it's working days.
And they were impacted by some weather that caused them to have some down days, but that combined with this big bulk sale that is going to drive bulk orders in. It's just going to put them behind. Yeah, so
it's just crazy because
it's still not as bad as it used to be.
No, it's not. And I'm already like, so I was past. So when it was 46 days, I was already past that. I was at like 50 something days.
Yep.
And recently they just changed it to 65 days. So I mean, if it sticks, then I'm still probably like 3 weeks. I'll probably receive my stuff within 3 weeks if all is planned. But it's annoying because when I submitted, it was like 30 days or something like that, and now we're like, twice as much.
I've got 2 orders of vintage books in there that have just been languishing, and it's like the worst part about it is if you've sent the books off to be pressed, is then they sit there and there's a chance that, depending on what's going on, so that they lose their press.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like, oh, just sucks.
I remember Tivo. He always just say that he would get his stuff pressed and send them in right away because most likely those blemishes would come back. But he said it would take like quite a while for it to go back into the shape before it was pressed.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you remember during COVID times, it was like a year wait. So, I mean, it's not that point right now, but still, it just sucks.
Yeah.
When you have, because you're like, oh, man, I want to get my books back.
Were you able to get it on this 10 for 10 or 10?
No, 10? I didn't. I could have, but I chose not to because I didn't want to. I'm not submitting that many books at a time right now. I've got other expenses that are coming up that I'm trying to be responsible. So I've not been buying as many crazy books as I have been. Plus, I need to save. I got a cruise that's coming up. The bills due coming up on my cruise for next year.
Comic-Con cruise, nice.
No, that's just a regular cruise. And then I have the Comic-Con trip to Heroes Con,
nice.
Which is expensive because
you spend a lot.
Because not only because of the books, but then I also fly out first class and stuff too. Because
oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah,
come on.
I'm a big man.
You talk about saving money, but you could save so much just on that one trip. Flying coach.
I could, but I'll be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Sometimes, sometimes you got to give up that comfortability and make it happen, dude.
Or you just sacrifice a couple things extra so you can afford to have that comfort.
I don't know, man. I think we're two different people.
We are. You're Robert. I'm Rob. Very different.
Yeah. Oh man.
You like your cream and sugar with a touch of coffee, cold, and I
like coffee sauce in my cream.
Yeah, we're very different. Yeah, see, comfort on. Oh, exactly. To me, Heroes Con is a nice trip. I go off to Heroes Con by myself. It's a trip for myself. A little bit of I get to enjoy time with friends and everything else. So I spend a little extra money on myself. I fly out first class. I have the black car take me to the airport, pick me up, all the fun stuff. I have a nice trip. I go out like I'm a baller. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, Phil's comment just makes or significant. I'm. How do you say the word significant?
Significant or significant?
Well, it just goes to show that bald heads prevail together. So
you know what? I've worked hard to be a station in life where I can afford to take care of myself on a few things here and there.
Yeah.
You know what? That's right.
I mean, you still got to use the same toilet as coach people, right?
No.
But I was like, no, let's not be ridiculous here.
but it's still so small that you have to back in and think thin.
Yeah.
He just stands up. He's like, listen, peasants, I got to use the fucking restroom. Can you get out, please? Thanks.
Actually,
can you kick those people out of the restroom? I need to use it.
I'll purposefully not take my blood pressure medication until I until I land. So
I've never used on a plane. I have, Phil, but I absolutely, it has to be an emergency. Like when I just flew recently to Missouri and all that. Yeah, like no, I
to take a piss, really?
On a plane, I have to like get up and go.
Oh, bro.
No, I'm like no. I will just stay here as long as I can.
Fly international, you'll have to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely try not to.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Definitely try not to.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get into some pickups then, huh?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. I got a lot of stuff, so
I have the shortest.
All right, we'll have you go first, Rob.
I have one item that I brought with me just for this. Nice. I had a buddy of mine, so I've been talking to a bunch of artists as part of my stuff I was doing with Comic Screen Cancer, and one of the artists I was talking to was Stephen Rowe, and who's based out of France. And
never mind. Sorry.
He did some stuff with Harley Quinn and stuff, but
no, I thought it was a guy from Dirty Jobs, but his name is Micro.
Yeah, no. This is spelled very differently too. There's actually no W in Stephen Rowe.
Oh, it's GH, huh?
No, it's OUX.
Okay.
French. Anyways, so I'm following him. I'm watching. He was posting some videos on Instagram, going live of some of the videos that he was doing doing some live art, and he was doing these pinups. And I love pinup style art. And it turned out he was doing a book called Cocktails and Curves. That was the idea behind it was pairing a different pinup with different cocktails. And so he announced at New York Comic Con he was going to have a limited number, 100 of these available for purchase. And so I had a buddy of mine who went to the con pick one up for me, and it's got this foil,
nice.
all the little droplets are foil.
Wow.
Cocktails and curves, and then you go inside of it, and you have like a different pinup girl with a cocktail. So this one is the ranch water, and it's uses Blanco tequila and carbonated mineral water. And there's like just these different pinup girls.
That's pretty sick, dude. I like that.
Some of them in different states of undress.
That's a great idea. A great gift for alcoholics too, right?
Yeah. This one was for the Blue Lagoon. Hold on, I got a cover. There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh, I love that one. That one's cool.
This is the Harvey Wallbanger. That's actually what it was is the cocktail. So yeah, it tells you how to make the cocktail. Then there's a little fun fact, different things here with each one of these things. So it's kind of cool.
So is that what you brought to read?
The Corpse Survivor. No, I brought this just to show off as on this thing. I brought some books to read from pickups from last week that I hadn't gotten to yet.
Transformers, right?
No, I read Transformers. It's like
Oh, is it finished?
no. It's an ongoing series. Man.
Or
No,
you
no.
take that book down to the hotel bar and you ask them to make one from it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I
Can you
brought
make this girl for me, please?
this
Make
stuff.
the
I brought
blue
in like
lagoon.
these
Send
were
it to my room.
previous weeks. You know, the Star Trek Insurgency Rising or Star Wars rather.
Yeah.
The Ultimate.
I was like,
Ultimate
am I reading that wrong?
Flash Gordon.
Oh,
You know.
nice.
So these are
Cool.
things. This is just my readers that I have to read that I'm behind on. I figure as long as I'm here in the hotel, I'll read a few books while I'm here.
Defenders of the Earth. Nice.
Defenders of the Earth. That's right. Little Mandrake, the Magician, Flash Gordon. Good stuff, man. The Phantom.
Cool. All
Yep.
right.
That's all I have.
Cool.
All
Are you sucking your thumb right there, bro?
Yeah. So, all right. I got one. This is a video game that I have already posted, so it's not going to be like a surprise here. But I was very happy to finally get my Halloween and Ash versus Evil Dead. But I know the box only says Halloween. But
That's weird. Why would it do that?
I recorded a video. I need to upload it. But yeah, I actually mentioned that in my video. Like everything, I'm guessing money, maybe Halloween being the marquee franchise, they just went all out because everything is Halloween. Even like on the back of this, at least, you get the plush, you get the poster, then you got the trading cards. They're all Halloween. And then even here, like those are both Halloween pictures from just Halloween. Like
how would anybody even know besides that one?
So,
oh my God.
But on here, at least, it is the double feature with the Ash versus Evil Dead, and on the back they do show both of them. So they show.
So is it the same type of gameplay, just different characters? Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's why.
Now, so then this is the awesome plush that you get.
Oh shit! How many holes does that have?
Little but yeah, so this is dope, and then the cards and everything. So I did play. I am not good at this game, but I want to show a little video that I took on my Instagram, and then I'm gonna elaborate on this because I want to record another video where I show it much better.
Okay.
So this, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hear the music too? But yeah, so that's basically how it plays out. But what we're looking at here is so when you start the game, you are in like this you walk into this hallway, and on your right side there is a arcade cabinet, and on the left side is another arcade cabinet. One is Halloween, one is Ash versus Evil Dead, and you walk up to the cabinet and you can interact with it, and then this is basically what you're looking at. So I'm on, what you're viewing is me looking at the arcade cabinet, essentially, and it's showing me a preview of what I'm about to play. And then if I turn around, there's the Ash versus Evil Dead one. So I'll take a better video of this where I like show you the actual hallway and walking up to the arcade thing. But I thought that was just a really unique way, instead of like a menu that just comes up and says, here, play. Are you going to play Halloween or are you going to play Ash versus Evil Dead? Like you have to walk up to the cabinet. But a lot of people pointed out and noticed that there's two other cabinets that are covered. And a few weeks ago, I think we talked about Wesley from our chat sharing that they were making a Terrifier game and that it's supposed to be this same style. So I am going to assume here that the same company is going to make this game, the Terrifier,
like an add-on, huh?
Exactly. I mean, it would just be perfect because it's such a bloody franchise and movie. Like it would be perfect to have this little side scroller with Art the Clown. And then, they give themselves room to make another one down the road as well, a different game. So it is pretty neat. But yeah, like I said, I am this is not my kind of game in the sense of I don't I don't have a ton of experience playing this kind of game, and I'm not good at it. If you see here, like, you walk around, you got to slice and dice the people, you're jumping over objects. Some of the people in certain levels are moving, and there's also this weird thing you can do where you turn on this, you go to like a different dimension, and all of a sudden you're on the same level, but there's this huge like everything turns, I would call it like hell zombie looking. There's some weird zombie creatures, like it's weird, but you change it into that mode, and then there's like a creature that runs around hella fast to come and get you when you do that though. And so yeah, I am this thing right here, which that's the little world that I'm talking about. It's interesting. But yeah, so let's just say I played one level, I died, I had to restart it. So that already told me that this is not going to go very well for me, because if I struggled on level 1, this is only going to get worse from here. And I have seen a couple of people post in the Halloween group that I'm in that it for some people it is a challenging game, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be so fucked on this.
Yeah, you will never pass that in its entirety.
Probably not. I'm gonna try, but yeah, I definitely see myself getting frustrated and maybe not beating it. But
so when you play the Ash game, it's the same game, just different person, right? I know I asked that before, but just to clarify.
My understanding is yes, it's a different level. It's like, the background, the platforms will be different, but it's the exact same style, yes. But you will be Ash instead. You'll be fighting different characters, and it will be different setting. So like in the Halloween one, you start off at Smith's Grove, the mental institution that he's at. And I assume later on in a level, I'm going to be at the Myers house. And I assume I'm going to be at, where Laurie Strode was babysitting. And so, like, from the movie. And so I assume Ash versus Evil Dead is going to take me to places with backgrounds more for that. Which I saw on here, Ash, it's specifically Ash versus Evil Dead because that is a Stars, like the HBO and Stars. It's a Stars series that it's based off of. So it's not like Evil Dead the movie. Technically, it's this Stars series that I never watched. So, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna expect there, but
Interesting.
I do believe that you can play. Like it said on here that I can play as Michael in Ash's game and vice versa. So like I could bring Ash to, Michael Myers' game and play as him and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so it's cool. I was glad I made that post because, I kind of, there was a few people that were commenting, like our boy Chris Denthead. He was like, "Oh man, I didn't know about this game." And then Steve Badaholic, I know I'm calling you out by name, but it is what it is. They were like, "Oh, I never heard of this game," and I said, "You guys should watch the low grades." We kind of have a pretty cool show where we talk about games and stuff on there, and this game has been mentioned a few times. So. You could have got it. But no, I mean, it's obviously still available, and you can get it on, I did PlayStation 5, but you can get it, I got to stop sharing, my bad. You can get it on Switch and Xbox and stuff like that, so it's not like an exclusive to any console or anything like that.
Is it brand new?
It just came out on Halloween.
Okay.
So the digital version released like 2 weeks ago.
I hate when they do that.
I do too, because
that Marvel series, I'm still waiting for it. I guess it's like December.
Yep.
Oh my god, so annoying, dude.
Yeah, I think my friend got into that like 2 months ago, probably. Yeah. But yeah, it was a bummer because like I saw somebody in the Halloween fan group that I'm in. He was like, "Oh, I got the game," and he showed a picture of the gameplay, and I'm like, I don't want to see nothing. Like I saw like the very first trailer for it, like. I mean, I get it. It's a little 16-bit side scroller. Like, what can I expect here? But like, I didn't want to know anything. I don't want to know nothing about it. And so he was like, "Oh," and then he kept like posting like, "I'm halfway through," and then he's like, "Okay, I just beat it. Now I'm gonna do." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, stop posting. The game ain't out yet, and I don't want to see it." So finally, yes, it officially came out on Halloween yesterday for the physical edition. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was like, I think it came out on like the 18th for digital. And I'm like, you mother effers. I'm not buying it twice, so I'll wait.
Well, that Marvel one, we had to wait like 3 months. Like it's still digital, and I see people like posting every now and then with the gameplay. I'm like, man, I wish I could play that shit right now. It's like I bought it, but I can't pick it up until.
We're talking about the Overwatch, the Rivals, right, or something like that.
No, Marvel versus Capcom collection.
Oh. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you were doing the Overwatch one. Yes. Okay. Yes, you're right. That one did come out a while ago because I remember my boy Shaggy from South Member, he posted it and he was like, "It's release day," and I'm like, "Well, hold the fuck up! What? Like, what?" And he's like, "Well, digital." I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "I thought that game wasn't coming out till like November or some shit." And yeah, that one released. I think it was because, I guess if I'm gonna justify it, if I'm not mistaken, they released it a few months ago because that was the anniversary of the original release. So let's say let's just say August 1st. So they released it on August 1st because that was the anniversary for however many X years ago that it originally came out. And then yeah, they're gonna still release the physical one here soon. But yeah, it's a bummer.
Digital is such a cop out, or yeah, it's such a cop out for companies now. I agree, man. PlayStation kind of exposed that when
Yeah.
you buy some type of content, and once they stop, once you they stop carrying it, it's like you're fucked.
Did you see that?
Because you don't actually buy the software, you're just licensing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want anybody to quote me here because I didn't read the article, because I don't read anything that has to do with any type of politics, even though this is bleeding into video games here. But I saw an article that Gavin Newsom, California's mayor, that he signed a thing
Governor.
where
He's the governor.
Governor, sorry, where he signed a thing where the stores have to put a sign that says, like, when you are buying a digital copy, you're not owning it, or however fancy legal jargon they're going to make it say. But like, for example, when you go to GameStop, there's going to be a sign that says, if you are buying a digital copy, you are not owning the game, blah 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 blah.
You're buying a license.
And I thought that was pretty cool, and like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Put that shit on blast, man. Why not? Fuck it. Put a sign out there that says that shit.
Yeah, because they don't tell you that, man. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like, when my son goes to GameStop, he comes out with extra add-ons that aren't even like for the protection plan, and they just add that on. I feel like without even telling him. Okay, but when I buy it, they try to pull that shit with me, and I tell them like, dude, you shouldn't be adding these on without people like. Because they'll be like, okay, your total is $50.60. That's with the game and the protection plan. I go, I never asked for that. Like, why are you adding that on? I go, oh, okay, don't worry, I'll just take it off. I'm just like, no, like, but why would you add that on though? What's that?
I said I could speak to that. So they should not be attempting to just charge you for that amount, but most retail businesses are pushing for their employees to sell, let's just say warranty, for example. They are pushing
memberships
for their employees to sell said warranty.
Mm-hmm.
And if an employee is not getting any of them, the employee can only be like, oh, well, I'm trying. So businesses have a way of, they have like a way to track. Did you at least put it on the tag? If you at least put it on the register, then they see that you're actually trying to sell said warranty. So when I sell you the game, I put the warranty in the transaction, because then, yes, I can just omit it off, and then I can say, hey, boss, you can look, I attach it to 100% of my transactions, but only 20% actually buy it, but I am actively trying.
So it shows
that's why they do it. But you are supposed to tell said person, hey, if you look here, you got the game, but then this is the warranty. I'm showing you that it's $5. This is what, blah, 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 blah. It should not be something that they just try to sell you without you even knowing.
Here's the Scotch card. Here's the undercoat laminate, and
here's the fucking lanyard that goes with it, and yeah.
because kids don't know how to say no, Rick. So a kid will just say, yeah, sure.
Well, that's true. My son,
That is why.
I sent my son over to Jiffy Lube to get the oil
Oh,
change.
damn.
He
And I
bought a whole
told
new car.
I told him, I said, just get the oil change. When they ask you about anything else, just no oil change. He came back and the bill was like almost $200 something. Well, what the fuck did you do? He's all, well, it got the. I said, it says here you got the interior air cabin filter, and you got this. I told you no. He says, I don't know. They just said it was here. Here you go. And I'm like, oh, fucking A, dude, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
How the hell are you a fucking college graduate?
That is, not saying that I work in retail and I know these ins and outs, but no. I will say
I went to many Sundays. I had to stay behind because I didn't sell enough warranties because I refused to push them.
Yeah, no, it sucks. It's not fun to push that kind of stuff.
The only time I was happy was when I was working at a different place where our cost on them was so low that basically I would just, when I was selling big screen TVs or whatever, I just say, yeah, I'm throwing in the 3-year warranty, no extra cost. And people would go like, okay. They took it then because that was their discount I was giving them. They were getting the extra warranty, and then when they went to go shop across the street couldn't throw in their warranty. It was like way too much. And I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Crazy.
To Rick's point here, I've been guilty of this, and then I've been like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Both were Rockstar. They've been releasing the original Red Dead Redemption, and they had it come out on the Switch, and I was like, oh man, that would be cool. I can play it on the go, blah blah blah. Like, I'd be down to play that game again. So I buy it on digital, and then they're like, coming out in 2 months, physical one, and I'm like, oh god, no. But prior to that, I said no to that one because prior to that, when they did that for the GTA, you guys know GTA San Andreas is my favorite game of all time. When they dropped that, number 3 Vice City San Andreas trilogy, and they released it on digital first, I bought that shit. And then when it came out on physical, I bought that shit again. And I have both ways, both editions, physical and digital, because I had to have it, man. I had to have it. Which that game just turned 20 years old, by the way. And it's been all over my Twitter showing the ins and outs of how big of a project that was to make, but damn, is it such a good game. So worth it.
Is it good on the Switch though?
No.
It's trash.
You'd have to go back to a much previous show of ours where I rant about that. Basically, they did not port the, we'll call it PlayStation edition. They ported the mobile editions of the game.
Wow.
That's what was ported and turned into the Switch version of GTA 3, all of them. And that's why because people got them and they were like, number one, this looks different. Why does he look the way that he looks? The modeling did not look right. And then it was glitchy as hell. And then people were like, they ported the fucking mobile version. That's why, because it's all off. The colors are different on San Andreas. Like, it's way brighter, just all of it. And it's like, yeah, it's different. I mean, it's still my favorite game. I played the shit out of it. I beat it on the Switch, but not the best. Not the best port that they could have done. But good old Rockstar, man. People like me, we keep on buying.
Right. Yeah, that whole situation happened with me with Shredder's Revenge. I bought it. I thought it was going to be digital only, and apparently they, obviously they released it on physical. And I'm the type of person I'll buy physical before digital anytime. I know sometimes physical stuff goes on sale a lot, but for me, it's like I've known about this whole licensing thing since day one. You don't keep anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then as more systems come out, like Xbox X2 or whatever, like you'll be lucky if that stuff gets to stay with you. I when I had a 360, I bought NBA Jam. Uh, I wasn't able to find any physical copies, so I ended up buying the digital because I love that game. And I fucking, I didn't complete it all, but I got up there. And when I got a new system, it was just like I had to start over, and it was just like, man, I lost my Beastie Boys team, dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Rick says a lot of people don't know, but digital takes up more footprint than physical. Definitely makes sense. I mean, the physical media is holding some of that stuff on there that the digital, you're just taking all of it. But yeah, no, I think I definitely learned early on about the whole not owning when because movies, movies for the last 10 years or so have been coming with that digital code, so that you could own a copy on your phone or whatever too, and you could watch it mobilely. And I don't even remember the previous app, but if you were to grab a very old movie of yours that has it, you'll see the previous app that everybody kind of used to use. That app's like gone. And now, like for me, I use Movies Anywhere now is the new one that I use. But I remember they were sending an email like, yo, our app is closing and you guys are gonna have to find a new app to put all these digital codes or else you're me.
Well,
I was like,
it was Ultraviolet was one of them.
Yeah,
and
that
then,
was one of, yep.
Then Ultraviolet became Blockbuster .com, which then became like owned by Walmart, then became
Voodoo,
and is now like Fandango,
Yes.
whatever. So it's most of those licenses have persisted through the different ownership changes at least, but there have been several others that have gone away, which was why originally I would buy like all my movies on Google, figuring that Google was the least likely to fold up.
right?
But then what they do is they folded up their app and made me go to YouTube, which is a horrible interface for trying to search through my media. So now it's like the only ones I usually use Movies Anywhere, but not all your movies are there.
Yes.
So sometimes there are certain movies I have to remember, where is it? Is it in Vudu? Is it on Amazon? Is it on Google? Where is it?
Yeah.
I love that movie, SD. Love it.
Yeah, I did think it was Voodoo, Rick, but then I was like, well, I still have the Voodoo app because it's Voodoo Fandango now.
Yeah, it was Ultraviolet before it became Voodoo.
So that's a pain in the ass. And yeah, to your point, I mean, yeah, because then you'll have one on an app, like you said, and you're like, I swear I have this shit on digital, but it's not in my library. Where the fuck is this? And then you have no idea. Or you have the ones where like I want to say Top Gun Maverick did this to me. So that would be Paramount, where Movies Anywhere can't take the code. You can only do this digital using art. And I'm like, okay, we are not gonna do this whole exclusive digital shit. Like that is
there's certain movie studios aren't partnered up with Movies Anywhere.
And I'm like, you are such an asshole for that. It makes me not even want to put your damn code in because I'm like, you're just forcing me to use your stupid app for this thing when I have all my other digital movies in a different app. You're just being a pain in the ass for no reason.
Yeah.
I tried to find Dog with me and my buddies share an account and I love watching it.
I never even bought digital music. Once everything started going digital music, or people were buying iTunes and stuff like that, I never did that.
Either way, Pandora is where I'm at on it only because I'm an old school radio guy and I don't want to sit there and build my own playlist. I like to just let it go.
I do,
but for me, I'd much rather it's cheaper. I don't have to buy all this music, but
yeah.
Love that episode.
Xbox
Such a good episode.
Access to it. Nice. What digital app do you use? So Movies Anywhere is the one that I do. For music, I'm a Spotify guy. For the reason that Rob literally just said, I make my own playlists, and I have a bunch of playlists that are like 40 hours worth of ridiculous that I've been building for years. Like I am definitely a Spotify premium user.
Yeah, that's my wife. Whereas I'm not that guy. I'm just I like to put it on a radio station and let it just go, which is why I like
old school.
Right, which is why I'm a Pandora guy because it's basically pick a type of music or set up a channel and then it just plays. And over time, as you thumb up and thumb down things, it gets pretty good.
So I use Amazon Music,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know anybody else that uses that, but I mean, I'm able to find the music I'm looking for, and
Yeah.
even with the odd type of music I listen to, sometimes they're there. But just recently, I was talking to my wife because I didn't know, but my daughter pays for, or we pay for my daughter's Spotify,
Mm.
and I'm like, shouldn't we, like, we should choose one or the other?
Yeah.
Well, Spotify has a family
Yeah.
plan, which is very cost effective for us, and it would be easy for me just to give up my Amazon account and switch on over to Spotify, which I'm down for. But hold on, you're on mute, Rob. You're trying to say something.
I was gonna say. I
Am I
say, are you,
deaf? Am I going
no, no,
deaf right
no,
now?
no, no, no.
Okay.
I said, are you a Prime member?
Yeah,
Because Amazon Music comes with your Prime membership.
but it's only a certain, like, it's not completely, like, it's very limited.
Oh, okay.
But then you bump yourself up, and then you get
Of
the
course, just
yeah
like everything else now, even with them, right? It's everything is like, oh, for you get this, but
yeah.
you got to pay
So
this extra.
that's why I did it, because I was like, oh, Amazon Prime gets music. I did it, and it was like, oh, you can listen to this, but only on Amazon Music Prime.
Mm,
And at the time, it was like $7. So I was just like, all right, do it. I'll just do it. Now it's doubled. It's like almost $15
for music, oh,
for music. Yeah. So I'm wanting to get rid of my Amazon Music account to go to Spotify. The only trouble is my daughter already has Spotify. She would have to give up her Spotify, which she once I set mine up, I could just add her to the plan. You're able to add 6 people,
mhm.
so my entire family would be able to benefit from it. And my daughter's kind of iffy about it. She thinks she's gonna lose all this stuff, and I'm telling her, like, no, I read everything. You should be fine.
Yeah.
So,
You
anyways,
know,
I'm paying for it. Like, what the fuck?
the worst of the day was actually, thank God it's dead. Was well, I guess it's not really dead now. It's YouTube Music, but Google Music. Google Music when it first launched was like they were trying to do like a Pandora style, but what was awful about it was is it was like it was done by college DJs. And what I mean by that is like they thought that they were snobby music aficionados. And so like if you entered in like, oh, I want to listen to Metallica, it would go and find the most esoteric,
Mm.
like B tracks of them covering some something that, completely something unmetallica, and it would play that, and it was like always like this snooty B-side college radio DJ type shit. I was like, oh, this is the fucking worst. No way am I fucking listening to this crap.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want the hits, man.
That's right.
The Creed hits, right?
Oh,
No,
facts.
never.
Facts.
James, if Spotify lost the Creed
Oh, I'm out.
deal,
I'm
you're
out.
out.
Fuck
You're
'em.
going to
I'm
you're
going
going to
out.
Tidal or Amazon, right?
I am not familiar with Tidal. They're the
I've never
only
heard of it
one.
either.
Are they the
Well, no.
Columbia
I have
House of
heard of it. I
digital
know it's
streaming?
like it's by like Jay-Z and stuff like that. But I don't. I've never used it. Is what I mean. The one that I would ever consider leaving Spotify for, because it comes up on my Twitter all the time, is the arguments of Spotify compared to Apple Music. And people say that Apple, you can make playlists, so it's like that's crazy. SD, I literally just said that.
It used to.
So, yeah,
Is Apple Music replaced iTunes?
yes, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, because iTunes used to. That's all you did was
And yeah, you
make
can make a
playlists and
playlist. It's
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
And then the big debate is over sound. There are a large portion of people who claim that Apple Music sounds so much better than Spotify. And then there will be a group that comes in and says, no, like the average person can't even tell the difference in listening to it. If you blah blah, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what.
This is the people who listen to vinyl records versus CDs all over again.
Yes,
Dude, I've lived the digital versus analog and the compression ratios, and is it
Yep.
MPL3 is MP3 is or it lossless or what is this? What is, oh my god.
Yeah, stuff like this
This
is
stuff
what
goes
I
on
what I
all my
qualify as
entire
recording
life in audio.
So, um, Apple has a smaller library, and Rick says they have YouTube videos. You know, you never know what topic is going to set us all off. And today it was which music apps do you use? So, all right, Robert, go ahead and show us this stack of goodies that you've been waiting to show us.
My music playlist is is in a Case Logic CD case.
There you go. I have a stack right here next to me of CDs.
Speaking of Case Logic cases, I saw a ton of them at the flea market last week that I went to. You know, they go for a good amount of money.
My bookshelves are full of them.
Yeah. So
DVDs, CDs.
yeah. I still have all my CDs, which I'm glad I kept because my daughter listens to my music. So she goes in there like a madman and just takes all kinds of CDs home with her and stuff like
CDs.
that.
I moved all my DVDs into Case Logic things too way back in the day. So instead of having like walls of CD or DVD movies, it's just like a couple binders full of movies.
Nice. All right. So like I said, last week we went to a flea market and man, me and Tony did very well. Found a lot of interesting things. This is some of them. The first thing is somebody had a stack of these old TV guides. James, do you remember what TV guides were back in the day? Yeah.
I remember TV guides. I remember the TV guide channel. I'm at least old enough to know that. Yes.
Why are you showing those?
Cause my fucking band.
Your time's up, dude.
On CD, bro. No,
your time's up, man. You had your moment. This is my time.
I didn't make myself big screen. I was just doing my own little thing here in the corner.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
So I was able to pick up. He had a stack of these, and I was able to pick up these TV guides, which I normally wouldn't because they're not comics or anything, but they are Simpson related. So this series,
TV guide.
What's that?
The old TV guide.
Yeah, these are from 2000, and they featured 24 Simpson characters. How many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4,
they used
5.
to do like almost like connecting variants too.
Yeah, so I got 8 issues. I got a hell of a deal out of them. So this is Dr. Julius Hibbert.
Nice.
You got Sideshow Bob. By the way, none of these are like the original 4 or 5 characters. Bumblebee Man, one of my favorites. Comic book guy.
Looks just like you.
C. Montgomery Burns. Dude, you realize that these issues were like $2 a piece when they came out? And you had to buy them weekly. That's crazy.
Most people just subscribe to them.
Yeah. Millhouse. Yeah, Millhouse.
Part of your million magazine orders that people would hit you up for all the time.
Right. Krusty the Clown.
Get 74% off.
And Apu is the last one.
Apparently they were making a Simpsons game called Tap Out.
Oh, Tap Out, yeah. Yeah, that's been going on for years. They just they canceled it.
Oh, it's been okay. I thought he meant like a new game coming out that they got rid of, but okay.
I can't believe they canceled it.
Speaking of Tap Out, man, we're gonna have to talk UFC when you're done.
And then this guy also had this Simpsons postcard booklet, which has a bunch of postcards related to Simpsons. So look out on your mailboxes, guys.
Guess what you're getting for a Christmas card this year.
Right? Okay, then somebody had a box of comics and they were $1, and I wasn't gonna really like look through them, but Tony was like, "Oh, I gotta like they're $1." I was like, "All right." So and he had a lot of books from Euros Comics, which is they publish like the more mature adultish content books. So we got Anton's Drek book. Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Multitasker. Chewing bubblegum.
So we turned the fan on.
The Cartoon History of the Universe, Volume 9. These are that's from Rip Off Press, which is a
JD said show porn.
the what? No, come on, man. And then I show this one. This is Ironwood number 4. Ironwood number 3.
Nice.
Ironwood number 6. All these are cover bites. Number 7.
When you don't read, everything's a cover by.
Yeah. Then you got by Euros Comics, Wendy Whitebread, Undercover Slut. Pretty cool.
Something tells me she's not so undercover.
Yeah. Liz and Beth, Volume 2, number 3. She's just relaxing, you know?
You know, this is starting to remind me of a book that I found when I was cleaning up over there in that corner.
Oh, you mean your porn collection?
Yeah. When I made my epic introduction to the low grades.
Shit. Zal Sword Dancer number 1.
So again, porn.
It's subjective. ElfQuest number 1.
Oh no, okay, so now we're not doing porn anymore. Okay.
No. And I was able to find a few Adam Hughes covers. This is Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan before Watchmen.
I have so many.
Number 1. Love that cover. Number 2.
Nice.
And I know I had a copy of this I showed last week, I believe, but I found a newsstand version of it, and this is also Adam Hughes cover. Never had a newsstand of it.
Nice.
Then I found this one from the Simpson the guy selling Simpson stuff. This is Toons Animated Magazine from fall 2008. Look at that.
Oh. Oh.
Got Spawn, Simpsons, King of the Hill. Nice.
So good.
And then the last comic I have was you know, I don't really like doing foil stuff, but I had to on this one for 2 reasons. One, it's my favorite underground artist, and 2, it's very, very limited. So I got this Cherry Pop Tart number 1. It's a foil. And they only released 100 of these. So I got number 37 out of 100. The COA. So you know, like I said, I was kind of thinking about it. I'm just like I think this is a New York Comic Con exclusive. So the company Happy Comics only sold 10 of them online, and I was able to snag one. And then the last thing is at the flea market, my plug that I get all this cool stuff from, he had a video game, and The price tag he had on it was like pretty. It was like almost $50, and he hooked it up sick. I got separation anxiety
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
for the Sega Genesis.
Nice.
Awesome.
Never had it, never played it, but I do want it. Those Marvel ones are pricey, so that's good.
They are. He hooked it up, man. He takes care of me. So
Nice.
Did you want the graded comic?
no. And I think that's it. Yeah. We had a good run at the flea market, so it was pretty cool.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Good pickups. I like that video game probably the most, but yeah. Yeah, I cleaning up, I found my cherry pop tart just recently, so
Nice.
I was like, I kind of forgot about this to be honest, but but nevertheless, I found it.
That's actually one of the books I'm sending in to get graded. It's not going to be a high grade or anything, but it's a first print, and first prints are hard as fuck to find. You have a first print, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
At least last time me and you checked, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
thanks,
I don't
JD.
even remember where the hell I got it from, but bro, it was Facebook Marketplace, I think, huh? Like some guy I had bought some other random
Porn.
underground book, and then like he hit me up and was like, "Hey, would you be
Oh.
interested in this?" And then I think I told you, and we were like, "Yeah, I guess I
Yes.
would be." Thank you, JD. Thank you. Oh, no, that's dope. That is dope. Look at us, 2 hours, squeezed it in.
Yeah. Went by so fast.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean, shit, we were an hour in and we had barely just finished like all of our weeks and everything.
I know.
Sidetracked, but hey, you know what? It's Halloween. We had a lot to go over. So
Do you have anything else, or I have one more thing? Okay, cool.
good.
So, y'all know the company Sumerian. They do like music, comics, concerts, and stuff like that. They're doing these really cool things where they're releasing albums with graphic novels and comics. So they do comics already, but music based or comics based off of music is what they're kind of doing now. So you got what's that?
I don't know if they do both. Hold on, first, real quick. Let me put your brother on timeout. They do both because they have Sumerian music and then Sumerian comics. So they are pretty well known in both.
Yeah, you'll find them at conventions and stuff like that. They're really cool people.
Festivals and everything.
So you got bands like The Offspring come out and play, where they base the graphic novel around that album. You got I think Bad Omens is another band, and then Under Oath, they're Only Chasing Safety, which is a great album. They're releasing a graphic novel regarding that album. And this is how I found out about them. This is the band I saw with my daughter a few weeks ago. They're called Drugs, Destroy, Rebuild Until God Shows. And this one comes with a card or something like that. And they had these at the show, but I was like, they were selling them and they were $20, and I didn't know, like, I didn't want to pick up a copy if it was all jacked up. So I was like, I'll just wait for it. But yeah, so now they're available online.
Nice.
Yeah, just cool stuff. I mean, that's one thing that I like. I like collecting video game comics, and there's not a lot of it, but there are music comics too. So, yeah, check it out.
No, that is dope. I know. Yeah, they've also been doing a lot of these. You kind of see it on there, but they have a lot of these movies. They're like keeping movie franchises going by releasing comics for them. So on the screen there, you saw like American Psycho, The Crow. and other ones like that. And but they also did The Fog, which is a series from them that
Yes.
I had picked up. And so yeah, it's
Single
doing-
white female, I believe.
doing different stuff, and so that is that's pretty cool.
Yo, what's up, J2? Yeah, man, I gave him a Slayer comic once.
What up, dude? Stone Temple Pilots has also dropped a graphic novel.
Nice.
Interesting.
Well, of course, everybody knows that Kiss did it back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anime.
Oh yeah.
And
And also their graphic novel was made out of their blood. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
good old Kiss.
Uh,
Oh man, our Instagram went down. Fuck.
no, it's back up, dude. It's been down.
No, it just says right now Instagram has disconnected the stream.
Well, that's right. It must be time to wrap it up then.
Yeah, I think.
That way you have plenty of time to get down here, James.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. On that DC Death Metal Aussie.
They obviously don't need you at work, so
Well,
Right?
me and Rob got a long day ahead of us tomorrow, James.
That's
So we should
Yeah.
probably just cut this shit off.
Yeah. You guys have fun. Hope you guys have a really good time.
Thank you. Don't tell me what to do.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
You could have been here too.
Next year.
No
Next year.
excuses.
Next year.
All right. Well, this was a great time, and I'm glad that everything's going better for you, James,
Mhm.
for sure. Rob, I look forward to touching you tomorrow. Make sure you come with an empty stomach. And,
always.
yeah, man. But hey, thanks for everyone who joined us in the chat.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you, Rob, for joining us on the panel today. And just like always, but until next week, low grades for life.